Welcome back to our Unity tutorial series, and in this episode I am going to show you how to make this character extend the pole this character is holding when I press the mouse button. If I press and hold it, this pole will keep extending, and once I release the mouse button, it will stop extending like this. This is the first part of the mechanism that we are implementing in order to move this character to the next pillar using this pole. Okay, so I have updated my project to Unity 2019 to 2F, and today I'm going to work on the pole mechanics. Shall we change this color to something more like water? Like this. Alright. Yeah, that's not important. Right. So how do we... Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So when I press my mouse button, actually later I'm going to do the same thing with the touch input. So for now, since I'm only on editor, when I press the mouse button, this pole the length of the pole should increase. How can I do that? Right, we have a pillar script. Right, let's add another script for the player. I'll call it player script. And let's open it. This is the player script, and also I'll create another script. I'll call it pole. Okay, so I'm going to let's select this pole here, and I'm going to attach this pole script like this. Okay, and here, so we need a way to increase the length of this pole, so kind of extending the pole. So first I'll define a boolean variable like this, and I'll call it extended. Initial value would be false, so I don't have to specify here. By default it will be false. Right, and if this extending is true, I'll increase the length of this pole. So transform dot scale, local scale equals transform new vector 3 x scale dot x and transform dot local scale dot y and transform dot local scale dot z. So which of this component I should increase? Let's check. What happens if I increase y? Alright, as you can see here, when I increase the y scale, it becomes longer like this. But there is also a problem. It becomes longer, but it's gets longer in both ways. We will deal that later. What was the previous value I had here? 1. Okay. Right. So I should increase this y. If extending is true, I'm going to increase the y scale, y local scale, in 0.2 f in 0.2 amount. I think I should do this in fixed update. Right, now I will do this. If input get key, oh no, I don't have to use if. I can use this extending equals input dot get key code mouse 0. So if I'm pressing mouse 0, extending would be true, and this part will be executed. Otherwise it will not be executed. So the reason to use, well, I could just put this part directly here and do this also in a simple way, but later on I need to change this input for other input modes as well. Therefore that's why I defined this boolean variable. Alright, shall we see what happens when I press the left mouse button? As you can see, the pole goes like this, and if I pause and go to the scene, the pole is also here. Right, so I need to keep the edge of the pole, the lower edge of the pole, in the same place as before. So to do that, I think I may have to do something like this. Transform dot, wait, shall we check in the editor? Yeah, so if I make this 1 2, I have to move this like this. Maybe 1. How does it look now? Okay, so I think this is the way it should work. Position, no, local position equals, what's the local position here? Okay, write this like this, new transform, new vector 3 transform dot local position dot x and transform local position dot y and transform dot local position dot z, and this one I should increase, I think 0.1. Right, yeah, so as you can see now it stays in the same place, only the this extending happens in the upward direction. Okay, shall we play again? And also I think I need to limit the maximum length of the pole. So for that I'll define another variable, float max length equals, I'll say, what's the max length I can afford? I think 6. How about 8? If extending and transform local scale dot y is less than max length. So what I did is this, I should be able to extend the pole only if I am pressing the mouse button, and also my max length, my length of the pole is smaller than max length. Okay, shall we check now? Right, it doesn't go more than this. Right, the next thing I need to do is, when I extend the pole, I need to play this lifting or extending animation on the character. So let's open the animator of this character, and this is the idle state. I'll drag and drop this animation. This is extended. I'll make a transition like this, and I'll add a parameter, a boolean parameter, extending. Okay, and this transition must take place if extending is true, and this one should take place if extending is false. And I need to loop this animation. I should name this one, yeah, it is lift, the name of the object. I should have called it extended, but that's okay. I need to enable looping for this animation, and for this one I'll disable has exit time. So once I press started extending, the animation would be quickly changed to this one without any delay because of disabling this has exit time. Alright, now let's go to our player script, and here I'll create a reference like this: public animator character. No, I'll just call it, yeah, chanim. So the character's animator. chanim. And also I need a reference to public pole. And here I'll do this: if is that the way? Yeah, if input dot get key down key code mouse 0. So what I'm doing is, this event, this condition will be called, whatever I put inside here will be called only at the time when I press the mouse 0 button. So similarly I'll copy and paste this, and I'll do get key up. So this part, whatever I put inside here, will be called only when I release the mouse button. Okay, here chanim set pool. What is the parameter name I set? Yeah, extended. I'll set extended to true, and also poll dot extend. Okay, so this is not public, therefore I can't access it here. So I'll define a public method like this. Public, no, I'll do this after the fixed update. Public set extended pool extended. Now I'll call it enable extended just to make it look simpler. Oh, I forgot to add the return type, public void. So here I'll set extending, enable extending. So if I set I can set either true or false of this extending value here. Set extending to true, and I'll do the same thing here with false. Oh wait, now I don't need this part anymore, so I'll just comment it. And I need to set up, yeah, I haven't used the script, player script. I'll drag and drop this player script to the character, and for the chanim I'll drag and drop this Kimaki object, so it will filter out and get the animator component of this object. And for the poll, I'll drag and drop this one, it will filter out and get the poll script component. Right, now the references are set. Shall we test? Yeah, as you can see, when I press my mouse button, the animation starts playing and also the poll start extending like this. And I'll stop this episode at this point. In the next episode I will do the part that this character put the poll down in between towards the other pillar and move towards that using the poll. And yeah, thanks for watching, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.